everybody, and welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. On today's episode, we're going to be playing a character that I really enjoy, but I just haven't been playing for the longest time. This is Hanzo. He shoots arrows. He's ninja? Maybe? I don't actually know. Anyway, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. YouTube things, you know what to do if you want to. Today's team comps are going to be Leoric, Hanzo, Brightwing, Jaina, May versus Falstad, Stitches, Orphea, Rhaegar, and Artanis. Hanzo, since I haven't touched this character in quite a while, we're just going to go with what we know. We're going to build all W, we're going to do all the arrows, we're going to miss everything, and then kind of maybe possibly hit some stuff in the back after we miss. So, it's going to be cool. In case you are unaware, Hanzo's abilities, Stormbow, Q, we are going to charge up an attack. And we can move while charging the ability. And then the longer that we charge it, the more range that we get. Oh, bummer. The longer it goes, or the farther it goes, the farther we charge it. So, just like that. You can't really see the indicator unless... No. Damn it. Replay stuff. Well, let's highlight it. Nope. 100% do not get to see the indicator in the replay. But it does grow. I'm sure you know it's Hanzo. It's not like he's some sort of a rare hero to see. Our W is going to be Scatter Arrow. This ability is going to shoot an arrow once it hits terrain or some sort of bounceable object. It is going to break up, throw a whole bunch of arrows in whatever bouncy direction it does, just like that. And it's going to do some damage. E is called Sonic Arrow. It's just an arrow that we're going to launch on a 20-second cooldown. It's got a huge range. It's got a huge area. And it does a little bit of damage. It's very slow, though. So, and it does cost, I think, a fair amount of mana. 50? Yeah. Definitely don't spam Sonic Arrow. I know it's tempting to just have it in a bush all the time to see what's coming, but... it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And there you go. That's how it looks. Still just trying to stack up our level 1 quest. It's going to be a little bit rough. I think... yeah. I don't know if I necessarily win this fight with Falstad. I mean, I could just take my balls out and see, but... yeah, that's what I'm kind of worried about. Ugh. Especially if I miss my scatters. And then our trait, Natural Agility, we're going to be able to jump over unpathable terrain or structures up to a maximum range. Seems like a kind of weird way to... I'm dead. I killed myself. Yep. Totally fucking did it. Bummer. That's fine. That's fine. Falstad's still dealing with the giants. My team should be on the way up to deal with the tribute. Are we gonna... I mean, it's Stitches. I don't think he's going to die anytime soon. Unless... Nope. Nope. He's definitely gonna live. He's definitely gonna live. Very close, though. Very close. No one was able to get to the... Oh my god, he was. He did. He spooked the bird, too. If Falstad had just stood there and channeled it, he probably would have gotten the channel. But he freaked out and moved, and here we are. Now, we're in the prime position to get stack after stack of scatter, because this is just all sorts of bounceable terrain for us. Orphea down, do an auto attack, and a Stormbow shot. Hanzo's autos are one of the most ridiculously hard-hitting autos in the ranged assassin field. Gonna trade our Jaina for a Stitches. I'm okay with that. If the enemy team doesn't have a tank, there's not a whole lot that they can do to keep walking forward, so hell yeah, we'll take it. Yeah, but anyway, back to the talent build though, since we've run through the abilities. Well, I guess we haven't talked about heroics, have we? Dragon Strike is a meme. It's fun, but it's a meme, so please don't. Save your team the headache. Save everyone the headache. don't meme unless you're in brawls. Dragon's Arrow is the way to go. Dragon's Arrow is a global ability. You are going to launch it all the way across. Can we just stop and appreciate how well that scatter worked? I mean, I bounced it off the corner of the tower and exploded that Orpheo. Yeah, feels good, feels good. That is a pretty common shot, though. So just if you're playing Hanzo, keep that in the back of your mind. You can bounce it off the corner of the towers, and ow, can you not? It's going to pop. So if people are trying to run away from you, and you've got that angle, take it. It's going to hit them with like all the arrows, and it's going to explode them. Yeah, but anyway, Dragon's Arrow, it's a huge global arrow. It travels 3 distances. So if it's short range, it's just going to deal small damage. It's going to do small stun. After traveling medium distance, it's going to do medium damage and medium stun. So 1.25 seconds. And then if it travels its maximum distance before hitting a character, it is going to stun for 2 seconds and deal 555 damage at level 9. So it's just going to go up once we hit 10. But the ability is how Hanzo makes plays. It's how he helps his team in most situations. And it's just how he can really make fights happen. It's the playmaking ult. Obviously, you want to go for playmaking anything when you're playing any character. It's just how you win. So, we're going to lose our Mei. We are indeed going to trade our Mei. We're going to get... the ring hit one person, so that's okay. We'll take a one-man ring. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, so as we're doing these giants, we'll talk about the talents. At level 1, I think the best way to play Hanzo is Scatter. Scatter is where all the damage is. Scatter is most consistent, and it's just going to kind of open you up for the biggest possibilities with the character. It's not to say that playing with autos and the Q build are bad, but Q build requires a very precise targeting. You have to hit people with the ability often, which sometimes isn't really easy, especially if there's a lot of frontline on the enemy team, and it's more of a poke build, right? Whereas auto attacks, you have to get in very close proximity to the enemy team. You have to basically put yourself in extreme danger to get your autos stacked, to do the armor shred for your autos, just to make all that damage happen. You got to get spooky. So scatter build is kind of the best of both worlds. You can poke. You can deal a shitload of burst damage to targets that you need to do, and you're going to be able to do it from relatively safe range. So W is just everybody's that's going to miss everything, isn't it? I thought that they were going to come down through that center bush, you know, that's right here, and they didn't. Okay. Everything going better than expected, honestly. I guess Artanis was really feeling like he needed to go in and die to stop the objective, which isn't true. Just keep all 5 of your people alive, get the defense as best you can, and try to keep the experience even. Okay, are we gonna... Yeah, there we go. We got the bounce. Our quest is already completed for our level 1, so there's not a whole lot of worry about really nailing any additional multi-bounces. So the level 1 quest, the reason that it's difficult, so you have to hit one person with multiple arrows. So if you hit... how do I even explain it? So if you bounce an arrow, if you bounce a scatter, and it only hits a single arrow on a single hero, even if it's multiple heroes, you do not get a stack. So you have to hit 2 scatter arrows on one hero to get a stack of the quest, which I'm sure you know is kind of difficult. Luckily on Cursed Hollow there's lots of nooks, there's lots of walls, there's lots of corners, lots of easy places to bounce shit. So the quest is a lot easier to complete on this map. Maps like Hanamura and stuff like that, I mean, it gets infinitely more difficult. Alright, here we go. Yes, everything's happening. That's 2 people in a snowball. I can't really do anything to them, so we're just going to get away. Because my team didn't really fall back to the snowball to do any damage to the people. So, here we are. Still just trying our best to keep the damage safe. We're going to get the... No, I guess Rhaegar's going to get away. Which is fine. I'm okay with that. We should be doing the boss here, though. We need to start rotating the team down to do the boss faster. But that's okay. Given the damage that I can do to the boss with my scatters and the amount that Leo can tank, it's good. Everything's still going to be easy enough for us to accomplish. Rhaegar did get away, which is sad, but you can't have it all, right? At level... Wow, we haven't even talked about the rest of the build yet. Level 4, we're going to take explosive arrows just for the wave clear. It's not for any other reason than being stupidly strong at clearing waves. It is ridiculous how strong that ability is. Serrated arrows is going to be good on maps where there's like big objectives you need to burn quick. So, you know, Battlefield of Eternity, or I'd even say Infernal Shrines. You might... No, because Explosive Arrow works on the monkeys on Infernal Shrines. I really want 16, so I'm clearing this wave first before I go down there to the tribute. Hopefully my team waits for me. Ooh, big ring, big blizzard, big damage. Nice. Everything going according to plan with that arrow. Fuck yeah. Not getting away either. We can take the boss here. We don't need to continue on. We do have a camp pushing in our mid lane, though, so somebody does need to go deal with that. Just got to get in range to get that piercing arrow off. At level 7, we're going to take Never Outmatched. This is going to reduce the mana cost, which isn't something that you pick this talent for, but it's good because we're reducing the cooldown of Scatter Arrow by 3 seconds every time that we auto attack a hero. So the ability cooldown is in itself 8. If we land 1 to 2 auto attacks, it's instantly reset. Not instantly, it's just reset. You get the idea. But that means more scatters in these kind of bunched up choked team fights and more damage for us. It's the best talent at the tier for the scatter build. He's not going to get over the wall. Perfect. Everything. Oh, it's just so good. It's just so good. Enemy team blew a lot of their cooldowns there, so there's nothing that we have to worry about sieging up. We've still got Leoric soaking lanes in the middle there. Mist Hook, not going to cause any problems for us. And Artanis is going to swap himself into certain death. The ring is going to hit 3 people. We're only going to get 1 kill for the Jaina, though, which is... Oh, that's another hook. But Brightwing's just going to blink out, and Rhaegar is going to get stunned by the boss and killed. I'm going to lose May. So, trading 2 for 2. Oh my god, Falstad got bitch slapped by the boss, and he died to the boss. Okay, it's 3 for 2, because the Hots Gods were just on our side. Leo's still soaking, obviously, on the off lane, trying to get us to 20. Fantastic work there. At 10, Dragon Zero. I don't need to tell you why that's good anymore. Ninja Assassin is what I pick up at 13, which is why I guess Hanzo's a ninja. But we're going to get 10 seconds off of the cooldown of our D. So when we try to hop over walls, it's a 30-second cooldown normally, but if we hit people with our Q, we're going to drop it by 30%. And if we kill someone, we're going to instantly reset the cooldown of the ability. Fantastic, fantastic talent. Mounted archery is fun also. I don't necessarily know that it's better than the other 2 talents. Fleet of foot is what you're taking if you're, if you need to... Oof, hard miss. Hard miss. Fleet of foot is what you're taking if you're building Q, number one, or if you are in a predicament where you need to have move speed in team fights. A lot. Typically, when I'm playing this character, I'm at a distance where I can still land abilities and auto attacks and stuff like that, and I don't really have to worry about needing to run away from someone trying to jump on my ass. So I don't often take Fleet of Foot, but it is a good talent. Having move speed is always strong. And then 16, Piercing Arrows. This is going to be the most important ability in this build, or most important talent in this build. Piercing Arrows is just going to make it so that you can do extreme amounts of damage with your scatter, and making it easier to land the ability. Because when all of your abilities pierce, number one, your explosive arrow is going to explode twice, because it's going to be able to hit 2 people on your Q. But your piercing arrow, the initial arrow that you shoot out that will bounce back can go through targets. So if you have a person standing between you and a wall, prior to level 16, if you shoot your W at them, it just hits them, it doesn't scatter, everything's done. But at 16, if you shoot that W through them, it is going to come back, it is going to bounce behind them, they are going to get hit with a lot of damage. So it's just, there's no way to not take piercing arrows if you're building scatter. You could also take the giant killer if you really need it. Like if you're just against so much beef on the front line, or high health pools, or something that you need to do, it's a good backup. But piercing arrows is just, how do you not? How do you not? Anyway, that being said, that is the Hanzo build. We didn't get to level 20, but I mean, do we really need play of the game? It was just kind of like, whoop. There it is. We've got play of the game. Now we're a global hero because we can launch ourselves across the map with our ult. Bullseye is also very good at level 20 for stunning people real quick and from really far range. But I mean, it's all preference at 20, honestly. Play of the game is just going to do more for you most times because it's global, and if you're at 20, if you're on even talent tiers, or if you are behind in, say, buildings or macro pressure, play of the game just going to make it easier for you to do what you need to do as Hanzo, and then get to the fight when it happens from wherever you are. Yeah. And that's Hanzo in a nutshell. I know this isn't really anything new for anybody, but it's always going to be a fun time to play this character and this build specifically because it's just fun. It's just fun. He's a fun character. He's never really been nerfed super hard, and as long as you're good at aiming, you're going to have a good time with him. If you're being dived on, obviously he's got a pretty decent weakness to dive because his health bar isn't huge, but apart from that, is pretty much unstoppable as a ranged DPS. He does spell damage, he does auto damage, he does ult damage. Like, everything about the character is nuts. But the build, again, if you need it, simple geometry, explosive arrows, never outmatched, dragon's arrow, ninja assassin, piercing arrows, and play of the game. That is going to do it for this week. I will be back next week. Hopefully, there's more stuff to do. I'm sure there is. I'm just running out of ideas. So if you have any, feel free to let me know. But I'll see you guys next time.